Other interesting cultural news, you have Bud Light losing yet again, this time at a July 4th infographic. Now, this is a map that consisted of what are the most popular beers on a state-by-state basis, and those were done on the base of the geotagging on Twitter as well as the hashtags. So everyone who goes on the Twitter sphere and tweets how they love certain brands, XYZ, and spoiler alert, Bud Light and Budweiser didn't win a single state out of all 50. Think about that. 0? They used to be the number one best-selling beer. For 20 years, Bud Light had that pinnacle of sales. And thanks to Alyssa Heiderscheid, the former VP of marketing, and the whole team over there, they have just gone downhill exponentially. And it's fascinating because once people think they're bottling them out, they continue to just keep going down. It's almost impressive from a certain perspective. I can't help but wonder if the CEO shorted the stock, a phenomenon in which you actually bet against your stock, so if it goes down, you make money. That's got to be a conspiracy theory if it's not already out there. I admit maybe I am putting it out there, but I digress. Now, when it comes to the map, it looks like the number one beer by the number of states in which they won that contest was Modelo Especial, winning 12 states. And again, in the United States, they're a separate brand from Anheuser-Busch InBev. The main reason the Securities Exchange Commission in the United States, also known as the SEC, allowed the two companies to merge was that they said, okay, in the United States, you have to spin off this brand. So in the United States, all sales of Modelo Especial actually are contributed to a company known as Constellation Brands. So they own that brand here. Globally, yes, if you buy Modelo in maybe Spain or what other countries are there? Germany, Italy. If you buy it over there, then yes, you are supporting Anheuser-Busch InBev. The United States, if you're boycotting the brand, that still counts as a win. So again, the number one was Modelo Especial coming in at 12 states. You had Coors Light coming in at 11 states. Miller Lite coming in at 11 states. Yuengling coming in at 8 states. And in last place, you have Michelob Ultra winning 8 states. Now, it is important to note, in the United States, as well as globally, Modelo, it is separate, but you do have Michelob Ultra that is owned by Bud Light, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch InBev. It's part of their 52 or, believe it or not, 51 brands in their portfolio. And I don't know if a lot of people realize that. I suspect as the boycott continues, you're going to have more and more people start to realize, oh gosh, wait a minute, that's the same company? Or maybe it's the demographic of people who already purchased that product. They're not as affected by the boycott, or they just don't care. It'd be interesting to see if there's more of a deeper analysis of why that particular brand seems to not be going down at the same rate as Bud Light, especially, and then you have Budweiser. Those are the two biggest brands currently being negatively affected by the boycott. It'll be interesting to see, as they continue to lose the cultural war, what's going to happen to the brands. Are they going to have to reinvest that money into the other brands in the portfolio, or do they just keep putting out a massive volume of advertisements for Bud Light and Budweiser, hoping people forget, or just overwhelming them by a volume of material? Similar to their sales methodology, don't make the best beer, just make the massive volume of beer, which worked for 20 years until they decided to mess up. Perhaps they will invest in better marketing talent this year. Time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, so every time you subscribe, it really helps the channel out. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. The feedback is greatly appreciated. We've made the show better and better thanks to your input, whether it's me pontificating more hand gestures, or putting images on the screens in front of me so I can try to keep more eye contact. All the feedback really helps me make the channel better and better. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell your friends, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.